sophisticated. They've got since the 1760s. So what you're going to do though is bring in food. The first part, like we got rolls over there. You collect pitch, or maybe you're bringing in fully fabricated.
We're back in Grand Portage National Monument. Today we're going to look at a coding lesson for data hiding. Hi, in our example today, we're going to take the dog class definition that we've been dealing with, and I'm going to illustrate what data hiding is all about. And so, here we are. Let's start with our dog class definition, and you notice that we have everything public right now. Data members are public. The constructors are public, everything is public. We're going to leave that, and instead what I'm going to do is duplicate the public down below and change our original one to private. If the name and the weight are private, we cannot access them. And when I say we, I mean the client. They're just not visible. So you notice down in the main program, we have a couple of lines that directly assign values to the name and the weight. I've just taken the name and the weight away from the client. This shouldn't be legal anymore. To demonstrate it, let's get out, save it, compile it. Oh my gosh, all kinds of problems. And you notice that most of these problems refer to things like, you can't do this because this was declared private, and this thing was declared private, and this thing was declared private. Every place that we tried to do that, we can't do it anymore. Let's go back into the program and see if we can straighten this out. If I have locked down some of the data members as private, I can't get at them. So how in the world would I ever change the name to Buster and the weight to 40? Well, we already know one way to do that. I could use the initializing constructor. So I'm going to do that for this example. And that will get past the problem of me trying to assign the name and the weight directly. And now those two lines can be deleted. The dogs have been created and everything is cool. But unfortunately for me, there's one other place in this program where we specifically try to get at the name and the weight, and that's down in the display function, where we print out the name and the weight of the dog. There's no easy way around this. I need those things. So how do I do it? And here's the trick. What we do is we make a public function called an accessor. An accessor will give you access to or tell you what's in a private data member. So it would look something like this. Our accessor function for name would give us back a string, and I'll call this get name. And in the body of the function, all it would do is just return what's in name. Same way with the weight. That was a double. We'll make a little function called get weight, and all it will do is return the weight. So now what we provided for the client, for the main program, is a way to get at the data that's in those. We already created a program here where there were two dog objects, Buster and Killer, The data is there, it's in them, but the display function down below hasn't been able to get at any of that because the display function tried to directly reference these things and it can't because they're private. But we now know a way to get around that. Let's take the name first. We can't directly say print out the dog's name, but we could say this. We could say get their name and call the accessor. Same thing for weight. We could say I've got a function, it's called get weight. Run it. Get their weight. And so in this way, I've been able to lock down my data and keep it safe, but give a public member function to the class definition so that the client can use it. The client can still see the name and still see the weight. Let's just see if this works. I'm going to compile it. It's compiled. Let's run it. And now we see Buster and Killer both show up. We're able to get at their names. We're able to get at their weights. So that's a lesson. It's a lesson in data hiding. Data hiding is all about locking down the data members in private so we can keep them safe, but providing a public set of public member functions called accessors to still give us access to that otherwise private data. So these are powerful tools, and we're going to build on these as we go through the rest of Project 7 that you're working on. So good luck and continue on with that, and thanks for watching.